Well, turns out that I don't know how to use my Elgato at all, and it's been cutting off the last part of my commentary for the last couple of episodes because of reasons. As far as I can gather, the Elgato works in mysterious ways. What can I say? Apart from, for fuck's sake. So, what I'm gonna have to remember to do this week is leave an extra couple of seconds on after I finish talking, so that the Elgato has enough time to process what's been said. I'm pretty sure it's been a little bit irritating that the last part of my sentences have been cut off for the last 5 weeks, but I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen again, because that's what I do. I make mistakes, and then I don't look at things for an hour, and then when that hour passes and I finally get around to looking at the thing that I was doing that's been wrong this whole time, I go, oh, for fuck's sake. And then I change. I think the real weakest link here has and always will be the Elgato, but, you know, you just gotta learn to live, love, laugh, live, love. That's it. You gotta laugh, live, love. That's what you do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna live. So I'm doing now. I'm gonna love, but no one's ever gonna love me. And I'm gonna keep trying my damnedest to work with this Elgato, despite how much it doesn't want to work with me. I feel like if I ever got a job, and right now I'm looking at becoming a pizza delivery rider guy, because I want to be riding bikes and stuff. I know they'll probably force me onto a scooter, and I don't consider those bikes. Although I did finally get over myself and get back to watching Bakuon. By the time I record TT Superbikes again, I'll definitely have finished it. And I mean really this time. You know, the last few times I've said that I'll finish Bakuon before I record TT Superbikes next, I haven't watched a single episode. But this time, there's only one episode left to watch for me to finish it, plus the 2 OVAs. So I should be able to get it done before I next record Superbikes, which is going to be, I think, next week. My next recording session is TT Superbikes. So, you know, I'm on a quest to clear up a bit of hard drive space anyway. So, you know, finishing Bakuon will be good in multiple ways. I think I'm going to rate it somewhere between a 6 and 7 out of 10 on Mal. Speaking of which, I said that I wasn't going to link my Mal account to my YouTube channel until I'd watched at least 100 animes. And just recently, over the 2 weeks off that I had, this would have been fucking 6 weeks ago by now, but, you know, probably an entire term. I'm probably on holiday again by the time this episode goes up. But last time I was on holiday, I sat around the whole time watching movies and anime, and I've managed to go over, you know, 50 anime. So I'm halfway towards getting my linking my Mal to my YouTube and not being ashamed to say, this is my Mal, what do you reckon? You know, because before, you know, when you've watched less than 100 shows, I don't think you should really be listened to. To be honest, you have to have some experience in the thing before, you know, your thoughts on something can be taken seriously. But I also think that if you spend too much time with something, you'll eventually, like, your brain will force you to enjoy it so that you don't start thinking you've wasted your time. Because, you know, no one likes to waste their time. So, like, with iRacing, for example, if you buy a subscription for that and put the time in it to get good, you'll probably be less likely to point out that it's fucking shit, because, you know, you've become, I don't want to say Stockholm Syndrome, but because I don't think that's the right term, but, you know, something similar to that. And we're going to cap off this recording session with the Underground Racing League race, but I still have 10 minutes of this episode, and I know that that's not going to take 10 minutes. So we'll do the Street X first, or Street Cross, I think it's supposed to be called. That would make more sense, because Moto X is, you don't say Motox, you say Moto Cross. Yeah, okay, Street Cross. I don't know. I don't know how I managed to... Oh well, we'll ignore that. And move on. Four laps, so it's probably going to take less than a minute. And then we can do the URL. The, you know, I'll link to something. There's some kind of URL joke in the description, maybe. I'll probably have forgotten. Speaking of forgetting to link to things, I'm doing this in the same recording session as I said I was going to link to Ballmasters and that one 3D CG hentai. So I need to remember to do that. This is another reminder to me that I should do that. I don't know what the YouTube punishment will be for linking to literal pornography, although I've linked to black.com in a Twitch chat as a joke before, and, you know, apart from being told... Actually, no, I've done it. I've linked to porn twice, because Shamey and George stream sometimes. George doesn't anymore, but Shamey still does sometimes. And I watched one of George's streams once, and this guy came in and we started talking about hentai. And I linked to Hentai Haven, and George got mad. And then George started putting anime in his stream, and some, like, content ID bot came along and told him to not to. And then... Oh shit, I've got 2 URLs to do. Alright, well if this one gets done too soon, then, you know, if this one prematurely ejaculates, then there's another one to do to fill out the rest of the time. And then, a little bit more recently, although this would have been 7 weeks ago by the time this episode goes up, Shamey was streaming a couple of games he'd bought, which were... Well, the one that I remember is R semicolon Racing, but he'd also bought Maxed Out Racing, one of the fucking worst racing games ever made, and Test Drive Unlimited for the PS2. And he was streaming those, and he got fucked over in a race, so I wrote that he got blacked.com, and then he said, please don't link to porn in my Twitch chat. So, you know, as much as I like to pretend that I learn from lessons, like with my Elgato, the truth is that I don't learn my lesson ever, and I just do the same stuff over and over again because it's funny. I think that Bayview Raceway should have been in Need for Speed Pro Street as a nice callback, but it wasn't. So, you know. Plus, I mean, it was built for a totally different physics model, and this, that, and the other probably wouldn't work very well. You know, because in Underground 2 you can actually carry speeds through corners, whereas in Pro Street, as soon as you start turning, you're losing speed. Maybe it could have come back in one of the Shift games, but again, it didn't, and it was built for a totally different set of physics. And, you know, the only fantasy tracks in Shift were street circuits. So, I mean, it would have been a wee bit out of place, although it could have been a decent testing facility, maybe. I don't know, I'm just trying to activate your older... Just trying to activate the almonds on that one. I don't know why they didn't use it. Could have. They have the license for it. It's literally in one of their... made up specifically for one of their games. It's not like it was licensed out to someone else. But whatever. Oh shit. When I signed with Toyo, I should have put the Toyo stickers on my car. Because I usually do that, because I'm autistic about sponsors. Oh well. It would have taken time to drive over to the, you know, the decal shop and buy some Toyo stickers to put on the car. You know, they don't even get automatically applied. The sticker of your sponsor doesn't even get automatically applied when you get sponsored by them, and they don't give you their parts for free. So, you know, one may ask, one may ponder, what is the point of a sponsorship in this game? And the truth is, apart from like giving you a significant boost to race winnings, there's really not much of a point. So I'm already thinking about the next recording session. First order of business will be to buy engine upgrades. Second order of business will be to put Toyo stickers on the car. And then third order of business is to graduate to the next stage. I should probably go and explore the new bit of map that I unlocked a couple of episodes ago and haven't been to yet. That'd be good, I think. I don't know, I haven't really figured out how I'm going to play. This is my test run of Let's Playing an open world racing game. You know, I don't know how it's going to work in terms of how I record and stuff, but I'm going to force it, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that square block and force it through the circle hole, and ain't nobody going to stop me. That's how things are going to go around in these parts. I'm also going to crash on the finish line, because fuck it. I don't give a heck. I'll do as I please. Let's go ahead and do the other URL race to round out this recording session. And, you know, as I should have learned to do by now, because of how often I say it, how often I said it back playing Underground, and how often I'm going to start saying it again. But I need to learn to cross bridges when I come to them. I need to emphasize each word of that sentence was a clap, as though I was, like, posting on Twitter. I feel like they should have had that cutscene play in front of the first URL race you do, rather than the one that's specifically tagged URL race 1, because then it would make more sense. But whatever, I'll let it slide. So it's nice that you don't have to start at the very back in every race of this game. You know, sometimes you start in the middle. I'm pretty sure there are a couple of regular street races where they even let you start on the front row, which is nice. But I'm pretty sure the AI always get better acceleration than you, so I'm not sure how much it matters. Or maybe I just fucked up the start of this race and now I'm salty. Oh, I've got 4 laps to bring it back. I'm not sure I'm going to have a problem. Although if that black Corolla could fuck off, that'd be nice. Oh, they're all back. Well, great. Shit's pretty much fucked right now. I need to get my head down a little bit and actually get this done, because I don't want to restart, because I don't have the time in this episode to restart. Fuck this fucking kid and his Mitsubishi. You can spin out. I don't give a fuck. You tried to take me out, I'll take you out. Also, this Focus is bullshit, carrying a lot more speed than me through these corners. I mean, I know I'm going off on the grass and stuff, but still. And the leader is 4 seconds ahead, and there's no real corners on this track for me to be catching up through. Although the entire thing can be taken flat out, so... I mean, that's what I've been doing anyway, and this Focus is still getting ahead. Even though he's, like, driving way further round than me. You know? Whatever, I'll go up his inside. Right, top 3 to catch up with, and I'm gaining. 1 lap to go. Oh, double crash you. Only 1 guy to overtake, but it's Brian from the Fast and the Furious. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to manage. If I'm not able to manage, then we'll come back and we'll manage next week. Didn't realize I had so much nitrous, but I mean, at this point in the game, it really doesn't do anything. Come on, 2 corners to make something happen. Surely. Surely. Nope. It's not to be. Well, next week, next recording session, I'm going to do that race again. But for now, for now, you know, I'm going to quit out the game. Oops, I didn't mean to quit all the way to the main menu, but that's fine. I saved after the last race that I won anyway, so I can go back whenever I want. Yep, that was the first recording session in Need for Speed Underground 2. I need to make sure that the Elgato, sorry, picks up all of my words, all of the things that I'm saying. But yeah, next week, gonna win that race.